How you doing? I'm in the middle of doing these prediction videos for all the teams, right? Uh, I don't know how many I've done so far, and I'm going to keep doing them too, right up until the season starts. But anyway, I come across this list today, and I guess this came out a couple of weeks ago. I don't know why I didn't see it, or maybe I did see it, just don't remember. But I saw it again today. But you guys know FPI, Football Power Index. Uh, they have a list of teams and the percentages that they'll go undefeated. You know, the chances that they'll go undefeated. And it got me thinking, because I'm doing these prediction videos now, and so far I only have one team going 12-0, right? And I've done Alabama, I've done Clemson, I've done Ohio State, I've done some of the high-ranking teams. I haven't done Georgia yet, but I only have one team so far going undefeated. But this list was interesting to me. There's nothing really surprising on here in terms of the teams that are on there. I was a little bit surprised at the percentages, though, on a couple of the teams. I'll put up the top 10 on here. Again, these are just the chances, the odds, or the percent chance that this particular team will go undefeated. So here's the first three on the list: Ohio State, Georgia, and Bama. How many of you are surprised at the order that those teams are in? Ohio State, according to the FBI, best percent chance to go undefeated, followed by Georgia at number 2, and then Alabama at number 3. Now, you have to keep in mind that the chance that a team, and this is regular season, by the way, regular season. So this is just the 12-game regular season schedule. So what you have to keep in mind here is that this has nothing to do with whether or not Alabama could beat Ohio State. That's irrelevant to what we're looking at here. This is just the chances that these teams will go undefeated in the regular season based on their schedule, right? So, according to the FBI, Ohio State has a better chance of going undefeated at 12-0 than Georgia. And Georgia then has a better chance of going undefeated at 12-0 than Alabama. Doesn't mean that this is who they think Ohio State's better than Georgia, Georgia's better than Bama. It's not what it means. Basically, it's a reflection of some scheduling, right? The SEC West is considered to be one of, if not the toughest divisions in football. The Big Ten East, where Ohio State was pretty difficult last year. I guess they're maybe expecting it to not be quite as difficult this year. We'll see. And then Georgia plays in the SEC East and doesn't have to play Alabama this year in the regular season. So I'm not surprised at these three teams. I'm a little bit surprised at the order and the percentages, though. I'll be honest with you. But that's the top three. And really, you shouldn't be surprised to see those three teams up there. I mean, those just happen to also be the top three teams in every single preseason poll that almost anyone has put out. And it should be. Those should be the top three teams. I'm going to put up I'll put up the next group now, whatever this is, 4 through 6. You'll see something interesting here, too. Clemson, Boise State, and Cincinnati, 2 group of 5 teams in the top 6 here. Again, really not a surprise to me to see Clemson at 4. I know some people are a little down on them after the way their offense performed last year and questions about the quarterback, DJ Ungulele, or as, just say the ukulele. But I'm not surprised that Clemson is 4th on this list. But it's a huge drop-off after that. If you go back to the first 3 that I showed you, Ohio State was like 30%, Georgia was 20%, Alabama was 16%, and Clemson's 12 or 14, whatever it is. And then it drops way down after the top 4. And 2 of those are group of 5 teams, Boise State and Cincinnati. Cincinnati lost a lot. But you have to keep in mind, this is not a ranking. This is not a poll. This is not ESPN or FBI or anyone else telling you that Boise State or Cincinnati is a top 6 team. That's not what they're telling you. This is just based off the team they have and the schedule that they have to play in the regular season, right? And obviously, we say it all the time, group of 5, the schedule is not as difficult as a Power 5 schedule. We say that constantly. I am a little bit surprised that these 2 teams are the highest, though. I kind of think Houston might be the best Group of 5 team this year, but they didn't make the top. They didn't make the top 6. Clemson at 4, and then a huge drop off for every other team after that. Started with Boise State and Cincinnati. Here's 7 through 10. So the last 4 in the top 10. Take a look at this: Utah, Michigan, Central Florida, and Notre Dame. So another Group of 5 team on the list here with Central Florida. But you can see the percentages are way, way low. Way, way low. Down in the 1% range. So I guess my question is, because I don't really have any problem with this list here. But my question is, of the top 4, Ohio State, Georgia, Bama, and Clemson, of those four teams have the highest chances of going undefeated. How many of them do you think will go undefeated? None of them? All of them? How many? And then of the rest of the teams 5 through 10, your Boise States, your Cincinnatis, your Central Floridas, your Michigans, your Utahs, your Notre Dames. You saw the list. For teams 5 through 10, which of those teams do you think is the most likely to go 12-0 of those? I don't think it's going to be Notre Dame, well, either Notre Dame or Ohio State's not going undefeated. One of the two, because they play each other in week 1, isn't it? So one of them's not going undefeated. Utah? Utah could go undefeated. Utah could go undefeated. If I was going to pick one team outside of that top 4 that I maybe place a bet on to go undefeated, maybe Utah. Again, I don't think it's likely that any of them go undefeated outside of that top 4. And I don't think any more than 2 of those top 4 are going to go undefeated either. Maybe 3. 2 or 3, the top 4. I don't think anybody else is, but if I was going to put some money on one of those teams, 5 through 10, maybe Utah. They play Florida early in the year. I think they play Southern Cal, Oregon. It's not an easy schedule, so. But maybe Utah. I don't think Michigan plays Ohio State, so again, one of them's not going undefeated. I think Ohio State. I agree with Ohio State at the top of the list. I've already done an Ohio State preview video, and I've got them at 12-0. I did Alabama already. I've got them at 11-1. I've done Clemson already. I've got them at 11-1. I haven't done Georgia yet, but if you've been listening to me talk over the last couple of months, you probably know I'm not going to have them going undefeated. So anyway, ran across this today. Thought it was interesting. Let me know what you think down below.